blastmusic247.com. We're changing the industry one artist at a time.
What's good, everybody, man? I want to welcome you again to the Louisiana Lyricist Lounge, hosted by me, Paul Cram the Poet, and my co-host, who will be here momentarily, Miss Muna J. Tonight, we don't have a guest tonight. Tonight is going to be all about us. You know, we're going to do a couple pieces. We're going to talk a little shit. We're going to have us a little fun. And we're also going to take some questions from the viewers. You know, I hear a lot of things where people, when I tell them I'm from Louisiana, they always have questions like, did everybody out there do voodoo? Things like that, you know. And so I'm here to answer some questions and things of that nature. And so we just gonna have us a real good time, man. So right now, I believe, oh, there she go.
What's up with it, Crown?
What's good with it? What's good with it, everybody? Welcome to the stage, Miss Muna J. What's good, Louisiana Zone?
How y'all doing? How's everybody doing tonight? I know I'm really, really good right now. Your girl.
I bet you are. Higher than a giraffe's ass.
Yes. High as fuck. But I'm in very high spirits also. So
that's what's up. That's what's up. Man, that's what, to me, peace of mind and happiness. I was talking to Veep about that earlier, man. Peace of mind and happiness is something that is it's an amazing feeling. And I'm so glad now that I understand what that feeling is, because like I told him, and I told La Perla Negra, shout out Epiphany, I've lived in chaos for so long that I've become comfortable with it. So being happy and peaceful is strange.
Yes.
But I like it.
I would always feel really funny when I tell people, like, bruh, I don't know. I'm just man, your girlfriend is just... All right, look. So I was about to say something, and I was coming hard with it, but it just slipped the cracks. Just not. Y'all got to excuse me, because I'm so damn full of giggles right now, and this hardly ever comes for me. So
you find out you don't know how to handle your cannabis.
It seems as though I do not right now, Graham. Like,
oh, you a rookie.
It had been really long since I got down like this, though. Yeah, but it was long overdue. So, you know.
Let me ask you a quick question. So, being from the boot, you know, I'm sure you've heard many questions from people who, like, when they find out you from Louisiana, they ask you all kinds of weird shit. What's one of the weirdest questions you've ever been asked because you're from Louisiana?
A lot of people ask me why I talk the way I talk. Yeah, like it used to really piss me off a lot, man. Like, but I've gotten accustomed to it now. But that would be the question. Like, I'm like talking like what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know. Like, what you mean? You know, like
some words we say.
Like, you know, it's like you just can't help how you talk. And I was like, man, you gonna have to like explain that further, because you know you really got me lost right now. Man, and like, it was like, you know how people are in the booth when they talk to people that they feel overly pronunciate. Yeah, and then they be quick. They them trying, they're like, oh, you trying to sound like, like you not who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, what yeah.
I think what gets me is when people find out I'm from Louisiana and the first question they ask me is, what part of New Orleans? And I'm like, it's more than just New Orleans and Louisiana.
Yeah,
like
it's more than just New Orleans. Baton Rouge and other
Alexandria.
Yes. Like, but that's what everybody talk about New Orleans. Everybody want to talk about New Orleans.
But shout out New Orleans. New Orleans is a very it's a historic city. And if you're not from the boot for damn sure, and you decide that you just want to go somewhere and it feels like another country without leaving America, go to New Orleans, man. New Orleans is its own world. It is its own world. And there's a lot of dope ass poets coming out of New Orleans too, man. A lot of dope ass poets come out of New Orleans.
I would definitely say that New Orleans is in a class all by itself.
Definitely.
And don't get me wrong. I mean, everybody says that about, you know what I'm saying? When you repping your set, of course you're gonna say something like that. Like, this where I'm from, nobody do it how we do it. But no, you better ask somebody that then came down to these parts. They will seriously let you know. Wow.
It's different.
Yeah.
Cause the food damn show better. I don't care what nobody say. The best food in the country comes from Louisiana, man. It's just something different about the way we cook. I'm up here in Iowa right now, and being in Iowa, eating is scary. Cause I'll go somewhere and be like, I want this, I want that, and then I'll ask for a sweet tea, and then I'll hear, oh, we don't serve sweet tea. We just have unsweet tea. Y'all don't got no sugar back there? You can't give me a couple packs of sugar or something? I don't.
I mean, how are you supposed to enjoy unsweet tea? The only way I think I would enjoy it if I was to use the artificial sugar. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I would definitely like it with sugar, but I'm just saying I like sweetened tea. I wouldn't even really deal with unsweetened tea at all. They'll have to be like, "Oh, we're out of sweet tea." Okay, well, you can give me some.
Give me a Coke. Give me a Coke.
And
I see
them Cokes though.
Oh man, I'll drink a Coke. I see essentially Janice is watching us. How you doing? And me and her, we've had a few debates about food. Cause she's from, and let me see if I can say it the way they say it, Baltimore. She's from Baltimore.
Okay.
And we have this ongoing little debate about who makes the best seafood. And I'm trying to explain to her that I'll give them, they can keep the crabs. Y'all can cook them, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do with them. But everything else, leave that to us. Leave that to us. We got that.
Oh, snap. Oh. Man, and I know one thing, that's what they love to do down here, where either partying, drinking, or eating, or just all three, which would include partying, which we really do that a lot down here. And it's it doesn't have to be for any specific reason. We just
have fun.
Sometimes we've just been chilling outside. Hey man, what you feel like doing today?
Boom! They go crawfish ball or fish fry.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's just, when people say that people party in Louisiana for absolutely no fucking reason, they are spitting facts. We don't need a goddamn reason. We alive. That's a reason. How about that? How about that?
So going back to speaking about the poets from Louisiana, man, I can name a bunch of them that I just completely admire. Last week's guest, Jay Franklin, off the top of my head, Secondria Sibley, stanza, lyrical paragram. It's a bunch of artists from Louisiana, and I feel so blessed to be a part of a group of that fashion. So, with that being said, Imuna, won't
Was
you
that
let everybody know how we do in the boot and spit your first piece tonight?
okay? So
Ooh, that bus came fast, didn't it?
hell yeah! Like I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I mean, I'm ready, but I was like, oh, let me clear my throat. Let me clear my throat a little bit.
All right. Well, in
All
the
right.
words of Epiphany, the mic is yours.
Okay, so I got one called Louisiana Lullaby. Or do you want me to read Mardi Gras first? Which one?
Mardi Gras.
All right. Now it's short but sweet, but everybody that wants to know something about Louisiana, if they're not asking about New Orleans, if they're not asking about the food, they're asking about Mardi Gras and what that experience is like. And it's the shit. What else? I mean, what can I say? There's like everything that you cannot that you usually can't do, like fuck, walk the streets drinking. You can do that shit on Mardi Gras. They don't give a fuck what you're drinking or how much you're drinking. Just know how to stay in your fucking lane and keep it moving.
Yep.
That's what
Stay in your body. Don't get out your body. How we say back at home. Don't get out
they
your
don't
body.
care about how loud the music is. They don't give like Mardi Gras is just like, damn. What's not to like about it? But I'm gonna get into this piece.
All right.
I love this time of year. It's perfectly normal for everyone to wear masks. We can play music as loud as we want and walk the streets drinking alcohol with no worries or consequence or repercussion and no questions asked. Mardi Gras is off the chain. We all put our problems behind us and have a real good time. Watching floats and catching beads, listening to Zydeco music while we dance along with those marching in the second line. Some people can be a little bit uptight, but for the most part, it don't even matter. It don't even matter if you black or you white. Everybody just parties from the time the sun comes up into the wee hours of the night. Hell, sometimes the party don't stop at all. And nobody can kill our vibes around this time. Not even the cops. So if you've never had the privilege to see how we do it down here in the South, y'all should take the opportunity to come on through. We love to party. And believe me when I say this, nobody throws down like we do. In peace.
All right. All right. She said that bringing that Mardi Gras piece. Hey, I heard something in there that a lot of people wouldn't understand if you're not from there. Can you explain to our viewers what a second line is?
Oh my God. The second line. Second line is just like it's all about being in the moment and having a good time. Dancing. Dancing in rhythm and just leaving all the bullshit behind you. You know what I'm saying? And you got some people they really get into character and they have vibrant costumes and things of that nature. It's like it's just no holds barred. It's like a fucking experience to just be as flamboyant and as bold as you can be. And just move to the fucking beat. Have a good time. I mean, that's what it is to me.
Yeah, we see a lot of second lines during, and that's something else I do love about the culture of. And shout out to Mr. Lewis Speaks. I see he's right there talking about his people. Yes, he's another 318 spitter. Mr. Lewis Speaks. But we see second line a whole lot during funerals, and
Yeah.
what a lot of people don't understand is like when somebody passes, I know it hurts. Like, and we have family, whether it's a blood family or family within groups or whatever, and we've lost some people. In New Orleans, it's not really a huge time for mourning. Like, they celebrate life instead
Yeah.
of being upset about death. And that's one thing I truly, truly love about the culture of my state, man. Is just, we have fun, man. Exactly, Patrick, man. Celebrate of life, like that's what's up. That's how we get
And so
down out here,
it's so
man.
hard. Like it's real hard. It's like real difficult for some people to grieve. Like, everybody grieves differently.
Mhm.
But on that same note, during a moment like that, people are so focused on the fact that they've lost a person through death that they don't even take the time to think about anything to celebrate that person's life. And that's what makes the grieving process that much harder. You gotta focus on, there's gotta be some good memories and some good things to focus on. Don't just focus on the fact that you lost a person.
Yeah,
'Cause you'll never
yeah,
lose those memories. You'll never lose that. Besides,
absolutely.
we like to do
Abs-
it big when we celebrate anyway. We don't know how
yeah.
to we don't
See,
know how to
I'm
keep
the
it down.
person. You can't sit on side of me at funerals. Like, I'm one of those people. So I enjoy the way that New Orleans have their funerals, because me is like, yes, I'm hurting. I'm definitely hurting, but I'm the one sitting back there thinking about all the dumb shit that I've done with this person, or all the fun things that we've done, and I laugh and I enjoy myself, and I thank God for the experience that I've had with this individual before they transition. So I
Right.
really do love when Second Line hit that right there, man. That's a dope ass piece.
Thank you.
So
So
before
you
you
know
try
I'm
to throw
waiting
the
on
bus
hearing
at
yours
me,
because I'm
I
already ready.
I
I
knew
already
it.
know I know you're gonna come with it though. I know, and you come hard. So I can't wait to hear it.
So the first piece I'm gonna do tonight is I don't even have a title for it yet. It was something that I've written, which we're gonna discuss tonight as well, man, because mental health is important to me at all factions. But I've learned how to deal with my depression. I've learned how to deal with my anger and things through my pen. So this is one of those pieces where I was like, I basically made a pact with the demons in my head. So,
I feel that. I feel that.
I no longer run from the demons that reside inside of my soul. Instead, we had a face-to-face meeting about how we should all coexist. I will live my life for most of the day without interference from them, as long as I make time for them to torment me without explanations. When it's their time to journey through the halls of my sanity, I am forced to watch reruns of episodes from my past that I truly wish would just got canceled from the network of my brain, but this is how my demons play. Their entire purpose is to place me in a ring and punch me with my past transgressions. I take the licks for as long as I can stand until I finally decide to cover up. And the only way for me at this moment to cover up is to roll one up. So I roll up an herbal trainer
Hell
who
yeah.
work with my conditioning so I can deal with my bullshit. Fuck it. Light it up, sit back, and watch the show. Deep, dark secrets that have become immortal memories, destined to take over my mind with the seriously sadistic pleasure of making me relive the events that killed my innocence. But the show is short lived. A full day of streaming my pain like a demented Netflix series that leads to me taking steps back to my progress of forgiving me. The demons shows me my faults, and they have condemned me to live with the pain I have caused. And honestly, I truly accept my sentence. But I will smoke. I smoke in hopes to suffocate the demons that exist only to resurrect the immortal memories within my soul. But hey, I've always been a sucker for a good fight. So to my demons, I say this: Ding, 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 motherfucker. It's not over. I'm still standing. And I'm ready for the next round. In peace.
Oh shit! I knew you was gonna come with it.
Oh man, I appreciate that.
Oh, that was fire. That was fire.
Man. So, another Louisiana question, Miss Imuna. And this question here gonna start some. Oh, I see. We got Lisa Lips in the building. What's up, Miss Lips? And
Hey,
my
Lisa.
mama is in there. There go my mama. That's everybody. I don't care what's going on. That's that lady right there. That's my favorite lady in the world. Man, I bet Moses in the mouth behind that lady there. Man, I love that woman. All right, so I'm about to be real petty with you. So you from the boot.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Poppy? Keynotes. Who is the better Louisiana rapper?
Oh, I'm off motherfucking top. You know what? I always must need to think about it.
Who?
Man, can't nobody fuck with Mystical. Now, I ain't talking about the man personal life, no. Because this personal shit fucked up. Mystical was the fucking voice that made me fall in love with South rap.
You right, Pat. I'm about to.
Man.
You know what? I like Mystical. I do. I think Mystical is one of those artists, like, especially with weed songs, man. Like,
oh yes,
I really like Mystical. But when it comes down to me, as far as like
I bet I know who you about to say. I ain't gonna say. I just wondered if I'm right. Ooh, and you know what? I can't believe I didn't. Who you about to say? Who you about to say, Crown?
Lyrically, you can't go no other place but Wayne.
I know.
Like lyrically, Lil Wayne is Lil Wayne is he's the man out there. But a bunch of underground cats is what's popping though. Like in Shreveport, there's a rapper that's been doing his thing for a long time named Big Papa. Like I still bump Big Papa like some of these, man. He got a song called Pill Man. Like I'll turn that song on and I'll swear on everything I love. He wrote that for me to act up.
Oh damn, they say that, but he's not bar heavy.
Yeah, he's not. Mystical's not bar heavy, but I Smell Smoke was dope.
Not lyrically, y'all right. When it comes to the use of lyrics, Lil Wayne is on that. I can't even much yet. Yeah, I could stand corrected on that shit. I was looking at it just on. I was such a dude. That was the first person besides Michael Jackson, because I think everybody, you know what I'm saying, like Michael Jackson was on another type level, but I was never really, really that into anybody outside of Michael Jackson when I was little. But man, when I came, oh my gosh, my homeboy Nance Tucker, I'll never forget. He let me use his fucking Mystical tape. You know what I'm saying, man? And I used to be known for fucking off in school. I ain't gonna lie. When I was on it. But when I wasn't, but you know, man, and I put them headphones on in Mr. Baracco class, American history. Dude, and it's like as soon as the little creak, all you heard was when Mr. Cole hits the door. I was like, oh, dude. When everything that came out of his mouth, I was like, oh my God, this dude is. You know what he reminded me of? A fucking South version of Busta Rhymes. You know what I'm saying? It's like that free spirit, don't give a fuck type, wild type shit.
I can see that as far as like his musical personality, but if we talking about like the spit, oh nah, this game he ain't messing with Busta. Busta's different. I don't think Busta human. Like I don't think Busta human, man.
He's
like
definitely one of my favorites, though, Busta.
Oh yeah, but see, I grew up in a house where like we listen to a bunch of different music. What's up, La Perla Negra? We listen to a bunch of different music, but as far as like hip hop and rap goes, I grew up in a Tupac house, so a lot of the music that I did start listening to, it was either going to a friend of mine house who said, "Hey, listen to this," or it was after I got older. Like I didn't hear my first Biggie song honestly until I moved out my mama house. I was in the Navy the first time I heard a Biggie song. Like my mama ain't played that in her house. But like I said on the other show, man, I felt like we was part of the East Coast West Coast beef, and we was Death Row, you know, and we was against Bad Boy. None of that was played in the house. Mama didn't play none of that. Like none of that. Look at her, damn right, Mama. All right, so let me go ahead and get this disclaimer. I gotta remember my mama on this podcast, and although I am 41, she'll still put hands on me, so I gotta kind of watch what I say.
Oh man. Oh man.
I got another messy question. Since you brought up this,
I love the game of questions because I used to always be scared to answer questions, but I ain't scared no more. So I'll be like, ask me anything.
All right, my mama said I got to pass tonight. That's a setup. Okay, so
it's a trick.
So here's just tonight. Don't get carried away. Yes, ma'am. All right, so you brought up Mystical, and I brought up Wayne. So I want to know: Cash Money or No Limit?
Oh, I'm sorry. I got to go with Cash Money.
Tell me why. Tell me why.
Because of fucking Lil Wayne, man. I've been a Lil Wayne fan since that shit. It makes sense.
I like
I'm not saying nothing against No Limit, because they have some fire shit, but man, I'm telling you, if y'all was to tell me, okay, out of this playlist that you have, either No Limit or Cash Money gotta go, man, my Cash Money is not going nowhere. It's not going nowhere.
Ooh, yeah. Cash Money has some hits, man.
Yeah.
It'll be like from a musical standpoint, yeah, like because Juvenile was a dog.
Hey, Nakia.
Yeah, she's gonna be a guest on the show too in August.
She know what's happening. She say Cash Money too. Hell yeah.
See, it's a struggle for me. I think what would make me lean towards Cash Money is like I have to find the weakest link in each group. And for me, No Limit, it'll have to be Silk. And I know that's gonna piss a lot of people off. But Silk the Shocker sounds like he rapping cursive. Like he really just it's annoying.
Some shit. Like sometimes he be going and I'll be like, wait, you was going, but you lost it somewhere. Come back.
Like his best verse, to me, his best verse was on the song when I'm trying to think of the name of the song when they was rapping about his brother that passed. But like that was, he said, it was a group of us. It was a group of 5. Got 3 dead, 1 in jail. It seemed like I'm the only one. That's his best verse. Like anything after that is like, I don't understand. You know, Silk the Shocker, and anybody who knows Silk who's watching this, hey man, no beef with you, none of that. But you know, I'm sure you're probably a really cool person, man. But I'm so glad you're no longer rapping. Like it's just, I just wasn't you.
Well, I mean, look, we don't sugarcoat shit. I mean, that man, you know, he done his thing, you know, but we talking shit, and then just the questions I like, you know what I'm saying? Like these them questions, you know. Everybody knows that Cash Money and No Limit was doing their thing at one time, so
yeah. Like that's one thing I can't say. Shout out Louisiana as a whole. Yeah, like I respect Master P so much though, for like he was just his business sense is amazing.
Now, if you were to look at it from that perspective, about out of, you know, the two who you think evolved the most from it? Which we know Lil Wayne did do a lot, but Lil Wayne does a lot, with his art, with what he does. Pete went to other shit on top of that. You know what I'm saying? And then he gives back and all of that. Like, come on. Like,
Master P is he's the only person that I've ever heard of in the history, and I'm gonna use a Cat Williams term, in the history of niggerdom, who escaped the hood all three ways that most of us escape the hood, which would definitely be he's dope music, and he went to the NBA. Like, so this dude was just amazing, mastermind.
Yeah.
Well, before we continue, we're actually at the midway point, so we got to bring Veep up real quick, and he's gonna give us the artist of the night, man. Oh, I'm having fun tonight. That's what's up. What's up, Veep?
Yeah.
What's going on, guys? I see y'all having way too much fun tonight. It's all good. Hey, just because y'all, let's just say, just because y'all lifted in spirit, I picked this artist, which this is my boy. This is J-Saw, right? This is his song. It's called Mary Jane. Y'all gonna like this right here.
Yeah.
He said lifted in spirits. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Mary Jane, 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 Mary Jane. It's about that time. Unwind, sit down, put your mind at ease. Break it down, roll it up, hit bong, up pipes, just ingest them treats. Things would turn around, but for now, get your hands on Mary Jane. Mary Jane, Mary Jane, Mary Jane, Mary Jane. Yeah, let me tell you a little something about me. Mary Jane. Yeah, I keep about 6 different trees. Mary Jane. Yeah, no matter the case, I got that Mary Jane. Mary Jane. Mary Jane. Yeah, it really depends on the matter. Mary Jane. Yeah, I might just add some wax or some shatter. Mary Jane. Yeah, after I hit that, I'm gonna levitate off that Mary Jane. Not playing with the stress, not at all. Cause a nigga really snapping, end up walking down hall. Prison jumpsuit, jail slippers, shackles and all. And I work too damn hard to give it up, y'all. So I stay to myself, I can't be fucking with y'all. Cause the one to be the closest, wanna see you just fall. Now the reach to tamper me is way too far. Wild road is good, we'd all up in the gar. It's about that time, unwind, sit down, put your mind at ease. Break it down, roll it up, hit bong, up pipes, just ingest them treats. Things would turn around, but for now, get your hands on Mary Jane. Mary Jane, Mary Jane, Mary Jane, Mary Jane. Man, trust me, I know about stress. Mary Jane. Man, on the real, I probably know it the best. Mary Jane. Yeah, the only way to get the feeling out your chest is Mary Jane. Mary Jane. Mary Jane. Man, I know it's been a long week. Mary Jane. Man, I feel the pain all up in my feet. Mary Jane. Man, but all goes away when I hit that Mary Jane. Mary Jane. Stay with the sticky icky GG4. A nigga really can't go wrong with that for sure. All type of pains and where we hit the flow. Big blunts and big smoke every time I roll. Always keep one ready when I hit the dough. It takes a little bit of sour when it's up in smoke. The mercy terpenes work for show. The next thing I knew, I felt it all just go. It's about that time. Unwind, sit down, put your mind at ease. Break it down, roll it up, hit bong, up pipes, just ingest them treats. Things would turn around, but for now, get your hands on Mary Jane. Mary Jane, 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 Mary Jane.
Mary Jane.
I know, right?
Mary Jane. Oh.
Yeah, I'm feeling that. That was
That's my
nice.
boy J-Saw representing Vegas with Mary Jane. And listen, if you are an independent artist or spoken word poet, or even someone that is looking for some exposure, you can go to blastmusic247.com and register for free. Blast is also looking for the fans. So if you're a fan of great music, just like my man J-Saw drop right there, you can go to blastmusic247.com, register as a unlimited fan, and have access to hundreds and hundreds of independent music. blast. We're constantly changing the industry, one artist at a time. All right, guys, back to y'all.
Hey, that little track there so catchy.
Yes, I
Like,
was feeling it. I was feeling it.
man,
Um,
Mary Jane. Mary
so I
Jane.
ain't never
Oh yeah,
asked
that's
you no
dope.
questions.
Oh, what's happening?
So I mean, it ain't really nothing. How long have you been writing? Because when I say I'm a fan of your pen, I'm a fan of your pen. So you must have been doing this for a long time.
Um, okay, so I honestly started writing poetry at the age of 12. Um, I told this story on when my mom was on the podcast. It's like my mama, my mama had got me and my sisters a gift that she made, you know, and because my mother writes a dope ass writer, and she wrote a poem for us, and it had my name, my first name, which I'm not telling y'all. I'm Paul Cram to y'all. So she had my first name going straight
Looking at
down.
the comments,
And but I had she wrote a line for each letter of my name and started off the piece with that. And of everything that my mother has ever given me, everything that she's ever bought me or anything like that, that particular gift has stuck with me all my life. Like, I remember the color of the paper that she did it on. It was a small black frame, yellow paper, black words. Like, if you was just to see it, it was just looked like somebody just printed something, but it meant so much to me. And that's when I started writing poetry at that moment. So I was about 12 years old in the 6th grade.
Yeah, you've been at this for a minute.
Uh,
Okay.
I've been writing for a minute. I've been performing since I want to say '01 under the tutelage of Shreveport's own true sister, man. She's a hell of a mentor, but
Yeah,
she don't play no games.
well, that's what I lack experience with. I lack experience with the actual performance of it all. Like, I have so many pieces written, but I'm not. I am an aspiring spoken word artist, but I am in no means a spoken word artist. I'm more of a storyteller, if anything.
I don't know the true definition of what a spoken word artist is. I'm gonna be real transparent about that, because there's a lot of different artists as poets who get on stage and they're telling stories. And I mean, it don't matter what what you're doing, it's still a story. Somebody is listening to a story that you're telling, whether you're
Right.
making it rhyme every other word or however it is, it's still a story, and it's your story in whatever shape or form. So what do you think is keeping you from the stage?
Okay. Well, as funny as this may sound, it was always extremely complicated for me to recite my pieces. Um, every time I would do it, my voice would tremble, I would sweat, my anxiety would go through the roof. It would be extremely overwhelming for me. Like, it really, I don't know. I guess you can say extreme stage fright, but it's crazy because I've been in plays. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, I've been in plays. I would be the person that takes their lines home and come back to practice, with everybody else, and I wouldn't need my notes. I would remember all of my lines. I would come prepared, perform, not shy. But when it comes to what I write, maybe it's because I'm extremely sensitive about it, and that triggers anxiety also. Um, it's crazy because poetry gave me a voice. I always had a
Mhm.
lot to say. I just didn't have the courage to say it. So when I actually did start writing, the flow was crazy. I've written up to 23 pieces in a fucking day. Like, just keeping so
Wow.
much shit inside. I never I can't even explain the when I think about poetry, I always get really emotional because I really don't know where I would be without it. I never thought that I had that much to say. And with poetry, I can say that shit from something I'm going through as well because I was always a voice for other people. I
Mhm.
always went to bat for other people, but I would never do that shit for myself until I picked the pen up. And that shit felt good. It was like it
Don't
was
it?
I was fucking hooked. Like I was like, shit, what the fuck am I experiencing right now? It was like a rush, a high of I just cannot find the words to explain that feeling. And every piece after is like me chasing that feeling.
Shout out to Sunshine, man. Thank you for joining us, man. Poetry, that's what it's supposed to do. Like poetry is one of those arts to me that in your journey of you healing you, there's someone who's gonna hear your piece and it's gonna heal them as well. Like it's a lot of times when I write for me. Like even with my erotic pieces, I write because I like to write. But and it helps me mentally. Like it keeps me grounded, it keeps me sane. You know, so I write for me. But you're absolutely right. Poetry is freedom. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right. Like it's a freedom that just can't be explained. You know, but I've also realized that some of my pieces, like I've had some pieces where people have hit me up and be like, "Hey, man, I needed that piece," and I respond with, "You have no idea how bad I needed to write it." You know, so
Oh,
it's
bro.
poetry is medicine for the soul. Like that's how I see it. It's medicine for the soul, and we need some more of your medicine.
Oh, you
That
do,
bus
huh?
came again. Oh, that bus came again.
Well, all right, I'm ready this time.
Oh, all right, all right. Hey V,
Since,
if you'll
y'all
cut the music for me real quick. I don't think
well, since everybody getting acquainted with us tonight, I mean, I figured I should do the piece, who I am. Um, now that ain't the most recent one I did, Crown. If I'd have knew your mom was popping in tonight, I would have did that piece just for her. But there will be another time for that.
definitely.
This was just this is just me explaining me.
Okay.
People have a tendency to think they know me better than I know myself. But all they've ever seen is someone wearing emotional masks that was being molded by opinions of everyone else. So who am I? Apparently, that's the $1 million question. I guess you could say I'm that solid foundation of stone that's perceived as dormant, but on the verge of a volcanic eruption. I'm the calm that comes after a raging storm, a voice for the voiceless, yet silence and suppression of my problems are the norm. The gentle rose that grows through concrete cracks, kind hearted, but heartless because of all the knives thrown in my back. You still want to know more about who I am? I'm that good conscience that sits on your shoulders and the bad conscience that don't give a damn. So don't test me. Y'all busy trying to figure me out, and I'm not even 100% sure of my capabilities.
Mm.
There's an inner beast dying to be released because it's sick of me being fucked with repeatedly. I keep it tamed by expressing myself poetically and being unafraid to be flamboyant with my lines of transparency. I could be your best friend or your worst enemy. Shocking, isn't it? I know. It's impossible to comprehend me. So the best thing you could do when it comes to me is stay in your lane and I'll do the same. It would be a catastrophic mistake if you were to take these words of warning as a game. Because I'm the sanest of the sane, but cold, stone cold crazy. I like to think of myself as beautifully broken, a monster created from so many motherfuckers being shady. Hopefully, I was able to feed your curiosity. Now that you know who I am, I advise you to choose your actions wisely. Because if you try me, once I get started, there'll be no stopping me. In peace. Thank you,
I heard
thank
that. Don't play with her. She already got it set in her head that you got the right game, but the wrong contestant. She just letting that be known
you.
right now.
Like, for real, man. Like, and
Oh,
it's
Mama says
crazy.
she
Like,
love it.
thank you. I mean, it's something magical that happens when I write. Is like just shit comes out how it's gonna come out. Sometimes it doesn't really even come together until you put multiple components of it together. Like there was one piece that I wrote that it was literally written in bits and pieces. And it really didn't make much sense to me at the time. I was like, man, what the fuck? It sounds like it's trying to go somewhere, but it's not really getting there. But I had to write multiple times for it to be finished. So, yeah.
That's why I tell people all the time: a piece is never finished. Like a poem is never finished. You always
Nope.
just find a spot to stop. You find you a stopping point. But a poem is never finished. Like never finished.
Right.
So the piece I'm getting ready to do is called "Bad Habit." I
Oh,
was challenged. I was challenged one day to write a love poem, and believe it or not, like love pieces are probably some of the hardest pieces for me to write. Like I can write about lust, I can write about anger, I can write about all types of sexual escapades, I can write about all of that. But love is hard for me to write about. And so this is my take on it and why I feel like love may be hard for me to write about. So it's called Bad Habit.
okay.
I'm in love. I'm in love with the idea of being in love. But in reality, I must be toxic. Because honestly, I feel like love is just a scout for the army of despair, entering my life just to expose my vulnerabilities, to create a target for pain to attack. You see, love has never truly loved me. Love has caused me lots of grief. As a matter of fact, love has caused me more grief in my life than anything else I can remember. But like a fiend, I yearn for love. I crave for love. I desperately want to feel love flow through my veins as if I tied a belt around my arm and injected myself with it, because we all know that love is a dangerous and addictive drug.
Mm.
So I do my best. I do my best to avoid love at all costs, because my next relapse might lead me to a place much darker than the rehab of my depression.
Ooh.
You see, love is a hell of a drug. Love must have been produced at the Carter Apartments, because it keeps calling me. Love keeps calling me. And that part of me that remembers moments of happiness, times of smiles and laughter, the beginning moments of love, wants to answer the call so bad. But another part of me immediately rejects the call, reaches out to the carrier to have the number added to the list of spam, changes my email, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, Snapchat, WhatsApp, even delete my TikTok if it means all correspondence would stop, because between me and love, because I can't allow love to turn me back into a junkie. searching for a high that would never be achieved. But something has to feed that urge. And although it would never give me the same feeling of love, I have embraced the synthetic version called lust. Lust leaves me with the feeling that something is missing, but I accept that over the pain that love leaves me with. Every time love decides not to love me anymore, maybe one day things will change. Maybe one day I can be like a lot of people and be a functional addict, happily living my life addicted to love, walking around hand in hand, convincing people that love is the greatest drug on the planet. But one day is not today. And I think it's best if I just remain sober. In peace.
Ooh, yes. You came with it, poet. You came with it.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. You need to make sure, because I already told you how to hook up with my mama. You said you love to eat and she love to cook. So, mama, you listening? I gave her the information already, so she should have hit you up already.
Yeah, that's why I
thank
got
you,
the
mama.
name Big Mama. My mom is the one that gave me the name because I live up to every aspect of that name.
I'm keeping
way
all my
too much
erotic
fun.
poetry in check, because man, there's no such thing as too much fun.
I'm serious,
Well,
man. This shit is so
maybe.
fun, dude. We gotta do this like open mic night stuff more often.
Yeah, I think we got shows booked like all the way through August 8th, and I mean August 18th. And that last Sunday in August, I need to try to talk to the Uno and see if I can get him on here, man. That's another dope ass artist. Try to get him on here, and then we'll start having our own little show. But I know you got another piece though, because I'm not letting you leave with just two pieces.
Oh yes, and another nickname of mine is the Mary J of poetry. So yes, I do have that kind of piece.
Oh, well, the mic is definitely yours.
Okay, so this piece is entitled "It's Me." All right, let me sit myself up properly.
Oh, she got to sit up for this one. Okay, let me get myself prepared.
Okay, here goes. You keep asking me all kinds of questions. Like, I changed on you or you caught me in lies as many times as I caught you. Why do you do that? What you see with me is what you get. Lying is something you always chose to do. You went from making me feel like a queen to making me feel like a concubine in my own home. It was once you and I against the world, and now I've been tossed aside and I feel all alone. You placed a crown on my head in the beginning of this relationship, but you snatched it back and left me sitting here in shame as I deal with the fact that I've been dethroned. It took me weeks to properly get myself together emotionally because I was stuck in a zone of pain, self-pity, and depression. Fighting feelings of being lost one moment in sadness to being consumed in anger and aggression. But I can feel myself becoming empowered as I make this confession. My heart's been stomped on so many times, me giving testimonies of pain turned to perseverance has become my profession. Many times you ask me the silly question who I am. It's me. The woman you once were so in love with and wanted desperately to spend the rest of your life with. I was always the same. But my treatment towards you changed because of the way you began to handle yourself as you cheated while playing love's game. I was always honest with you, with the exception of one time when I was afraid for the life of a dear friend. But later down the line, I chose to take the high road of honesty even then. I threw myself under the bus for you and did anything you asked me to do, no matter how degrading. I let you violate me sexually because you said I was your property. I remember feeling like a whore while you took something from me that should have always been my choice to be giving. After that happened so many times, I felt like I was so unworthy and that life was too fucking hard to keep living. I was too ashamed to look at the sight of my own reflection because of the shame of you disrespecting me. Not believing the fact that my own damn husband violated me. And I still chose to love you, thinking that you would change. Even though I knew deep down that things would never be the same. You went from being the king of my heart to being a stranger, putting me in predicaments time and time again that emotionally and physically put me in danger. I can't believe I chose to ride for you and that I was crazy enough to cry for you. I'm glad that you did what you did because it freed me of you. Finally, in peace. I mean,
Now
I hope I
that was
wasn't.
dope. That was dope. That was
Yeah,
dope. And I'm sure people can relate to that because a lot of us have all been in that situation where you feel like a stranger in your relationship. Like
yeah.
oh my God, that was a dope piece, man. I love that piece. There's some people who really should have heard that piece.
Thank you.
So my
Yeah.
final piece for the night.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm not doing nothing erotic. My mama told me I can cuss, but don't get carried away. But I ain't doing nothing erotic while my mom on the phone. You know, I ain't doing that. But I have this piece called "Transition to Being Me," and
Okay.
I never told anybody why I wrote this piece. When some people hear this piece, they instantly think that I wrote this piece because of my father, and in reality, it wasn't. It's because of some members of his family and some things that were said to me is why I wrote this piece.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go and spit that out real quick. So, transition to being me. I bet you mad, huh? Yeah, my mama already told me that you was mad. And I find it funny because I truly don't even know why. Are you mad because I am not who you tried to make me out to be? Maybe you're mad because I have overcome every obstacle that you have purposely placed in my path with the intentions of killing my destiny. You see, I made it many years past the age that you had the audacity to say that I will probably be dead or locked away because being a fuck up flowed through my veins due to the DNA that was passed from my father. Chip off the old block, you all used to smile and say. Even told me that I was genetically destined to be nothing more than a damn statistic. Man, are you serious? Really? Fuck that. And fuck this. And with my whole chest, I say, fuck you. You see, I made the decision to be more than what your feeble minds could ever fathom of me. What I feel about me is way more important to me than any words used against me by dumb dicks and ignorant chicks for the sole purpose to crush my dreams and admirations. You didn't expect me to be mentally strong enough to realize that my destination is not in your hands, but it is in a room that has no windows or doors. But the roof is also missing. So the only direction that I can go is up. Despite your verbal assaults, I found an inner peace through the soul of my pen. I'm sorry. My apologies. How rude of me. Allow me to introduce you to my pen. My pen is equivalent to a 38 special that sits comfortably between my fingers, and it is loaded with armor-piercing ink. It can be used for corrections or disruptions, protection or destruction. Many years past the time in your mind I was supposed to die, I stand tall before you living. The vicious verbal attacks for the days of my youth that I thought was going to kill me turned out just to be a formality. A necessary component to awaken the beast that was dormant inside of me, but now that beast has been unleashed. The electric shock collar has been removed from what some consider a poetic Saurus Rex, biting fear in the ass and embracing real confidence. My emotions were given permission to verbally be expressed, and a poetic tirade I have been on ever since. I cannot believe that you all had the testicular fortitude to ask my mother if I would be willing to let you all make up time that was missed. Man, fuck that. And fuck this. And on behalf of my mama, with a smile on my face, I will say, fuck you. I am the greatness you tried to take from me. You force-fed me lies and told me that I must accept it, but just because you placed it on my plate doesn't mean that I have to digest it. I'm throwing up on you negative motherfuckers. Regurgitating the esteem-killing energy that dwelled in me for so long without paying rent until I went to the eternal court of my soul and got papers to evict all of that negative bullshit. You see, I found peace through the 38 caliber that sits comfortably between my fingers. I am not who you tried to make me out to be. Who I am? Well, I'm a strong, confident, intelligent, talented, dare I say handsome, black man. But if you need any future correspondence, make sure from this point on, you address me as Mr. Paul Cram. In peace.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Thank you.
That was dope. That was dope.
Appreciate it.
Man, I know it's not time already, Crown.
Man, it's already 10 o'clock, man. I had fun tonight, man.
So you know
I
this
had
shit
fun.
This is one of those to be continued, right?
Oh, definitely. I'm thinking, like I said, we're pretty much booked all the way through August. Shouts out to that Louisiana Lyricist Lounge. We already got all the way through the month of August. But I want, as far as when September start, man, I want us to start like having 1 week out the month. That is just me and you, and we just cut up.
Yeah, because this was nice. I ain't gonna lie, it was nice. So we're gonna definitely do this again.
Yeah. So on behalf of the Louisiana Lyricist Lounge presented by Blast Music 24/7, I am Paul Cram, the poet. She is the wonderful Imuna J. And we just both want to say thank you all for sharing your time with us, spending time with us, and enjoying the show. Much love to you all. Night, mama. Yeah, it's way up past our bedtime. So,
all right. I love you, Cram, and until next time.
Love you too, man. Be easy. Speak on it, poet.
Night.